This is a big deal, Aaron. I just kind of laid it all out. The narrative that has been built quickly, and I think this is what happens with your life for everything you do. There's a narrative that is built, and then you either decided for a long time to kill him with indifference and not answer a narrative, or whenever you came on our program and started doing as such and started opening up more to everybody, it was like you started like kind of nipping things in the bud that have been growing for a long time. Right now, the narrative that's growing around you is that you got Coach Saleh fired because you hate Coach Saleh. You didn't give him a hug, okay? You went to Egypt and you hate the guy. Now, I would love to offer you the floor to kind of explain how yesterday went down, your thoughts on it all, and how you think we got to this point that we're at with the New York Jets organization in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was a day that reminds you of the simple fact that all of us who played know all too well, and that's that it's a tough business. It's a beautiful profession. It's incredible. It's done so much for our lives, but it's also a really tough business. I love Coach Saleh. We have a very solid relationship. We have since, I met him in 2021 and had a nice conversation when they came and visited us for joint practices. He was a big reason why I came to the Jets. I felt like the team, was a solid team. Had a relationship with Coach Hackett, obviously. And I really liked Coach Saleh. Everything that Matt LaFleur said about him, the few interactions I've had, the times that we went against him, I just had a lot of respect for him. And so, it was just a reminder yesterday how tough the business is. I think what people can forget in this is not only is Robert a fantastic human being and a damn good football coach, he's also a family man. He's got 7 kids. He's got an incredible wife. And the business of football can be hard, not just on those of us who are playing and coaching and doing personnel things and ownership, obviously, but it's tough on the families. And I've got to know Robert's family over the last couple of years, and especially one of his kids, Adam. Adam's my little throwing buddy from training camp. Love Adam. He's an incredible, incredible kid. And so I'm thinking there's obviously a lot of emotions, but you think about the family and the kids as much as, the people you love, your own family, who is the coaching staff and the players and what they're all going through. So, anybody who's kind of championing this decision, I would just appeal to the humanity of the situation and remind you there's other people involved. And Adam has to go to school today. Possibly, or this week. And hopefully there's no, kids with poor parents who are making snide side comments to him. It's just a reminder there's a lot of things involved in this. As far as any of the ridiculous allegations out there, I'm not going to spend more than one sentence in response to it, and that is that I resent any of those accusations because they're patently false. And it's interesting the amount of power that people think that I have, which I don't. But I love Robert, and it was, one of those days yesterday.
So yesterday, thank you for saying all that. And obviously, they'll take something you said there and chop it up and then say,
"Oh yeah, for sure."
To kind of fit. That's the world we're in. Journalistic standards.
I don't care.
Respect. Yesterday, there was a lot of things that came out, little tidbits from insiders. One of them was that, Coach Saleh was blindsided by it, and everybody in the building was. Is that an accurate depiction of how it all went down? Because then there was a report that you talked to the owner on Monday, you see. So you talked to the owner on Monday, then, firing happens on Tuesday, and that's why they started linking those things. How many of the reports have you heard about? And yesterday, was everybody in the building blindsided by this decision? Week 5, firing a head coach is a wild decision. I think but does everybody feel that way in the building?
Yeah, I did talk to Woody. Woody called me on Monday night. We had a short conversation. I appreciated the call. It was a genuine call, and he just asked me how I was doing. Obviously I got rolled up on in the game, and, my ankle got pretty banged up. So he just called and was asking how I was doing. And, we talked about the game and how disappointed I was in my performance and that I'm going to play better and we're going to get this thing turned around. And then we hung up. To that point, Woody has no obligation to let me know of what his plans are. Whether or not he knew what he was doing in that moment is inconsequential. I just appreciate the call that he was checking on me. It was just like a friend call, like he would do. Hey, man, I saw that hit in the game. You doing okay? And we had a nice, short 5-minute conversation, and then that was that.
Okay, so everybody blindsided Tuesday by this decision, seemingly then.
Well, I was in the training room doing rehab, and it's one of those things like in a John Wick movie is the best way to equate it, where John Wick becomes excommunicado and then everybody at the Continental's phone starts vibrating. Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Just through the building. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. A lot of that type of reaction?
I mean, there was a lot of, conversations that happened after that. I mean, listen, football is a family atmosphere. You spend more time, for many of us with these people than our own loved ones. So it's a tight-knit community. And, I think everybody was feeling for Robert and worried about him.
Go ahead, AJ.
So you said Woody called you. Is that normal? Like, is it normal for Woody to call you at random times after games, or is that a specific one-time affair? Did you get any kind of feeling like, oh, that was something more than him just checking on me?
No, I mean, I felt it was a nice call, man. I was appreciative that he checked on me. We've talked on the phone a number of times over the last couple of years. He checked on me after my surgery. He checked on me during the rehab process. Christopher Johnson, his brother, and I have a good relationship. He did the same thing. He checked on me as well, made sure I was okay. So it didn't seem, nothing was abnormal. I was actually really thankful, for the call.
3 coaches, 20 years. Is this the first time this type of situation happened here, week 5 for you?
Week 5, yeah. I mean, Mike was let go in 2018. And I mean, just like this one, I had no foreknowledge of any of it. That was, after a real bad loss to Arizona, and we honestly weren't that good in 2018. I think we were 4-6-1 at the time. If Ty was here, you could probably fact check me. But
congrats, Ty.
Yeah, congrats, Ty. But that was hard in its own way because Mike and I had been together for 13 years. And, he had believed in me and stood by me in 2008. And that was a very strange time for sure. And every situation is different. Like I said, I came to New York. Part of the reason was because how much I believe in Robert Saleh. So every situation is different. But again, like I said before, it's a reminder. We're so fortunate to play this game, and it's a beautiful, incredible profession that has given all of us, all of you guys as well, everybody in the back, such an incredible opportunity and life to live. I think about the late, great Bill Walton, and every time I saw Bill, whether to me or someone else, and I never understood why he's saying it to me, but he would say, one of his favorite sayings was, "Thank you for my life." And I always thought that was so cool. Like he lived his life with a gratitude for all the amazing things that happened. And talk about a guy with stories, everything from playing for Jack Ramsey and playing for the Celtics to winning championships, UCLA and John Wooden, being a Grateful Dead, super fan, best friends with all those guys. And he lived his life with such gratitude. And I think that's the other reminder is just gratitude for the time to be in the league, gratitude for my time with Robert, for the conversations, for the lessons, for the golf, for the fun times, for the jokes, for the hugs, which there were quite a few.
No.
Not quite a few. There was a few.
There could have been one more for sure. Could have been one more for sure.
Could have been the one.
Right on the sideline.
Could have been one more.
After a cool play.
Yeah.
But this game has given all of us a lot. But it's also a tough business.
AJ, what do you got, bub?
You mentioned, Aaron, that you were in the training room when you found out, like whatever time it was in the morning. How long do you stay at the facility? Like, there's no protocol on how you handle something like that. What do you do, especially as a guy in your situation? Like, do you feel like, hey, I got to walk around and rally the troops? Like, what happened?
Well, my first priority starting the day was rehab. I'm trying to get my leg to feel a little bit better. So I was in there early doing rehab, and then that obviously changed the direction of the day for all of us. I knew that the schedule was going to change, and that something there was going to be there wasn't going to be a 12:50 special teams meeting and quarterbacks at the same time. So I think my message was just get to the facility and be ready for a different type of day. The leadership council met with the ownership to start, and then we were informed that Brick was going to take over, and then there was a team meeting, and then we had some individual meetings. So again, it was a different schedule for the day, but I was in there doing rehab, and that's when I found out.
So leadership council meets with ownership after the announcement, before the Coach Ulbrich announcement, and then does ownership address team as well?
No, at the same time. Yeah.
Oh, same time.
We met. It was after the announcement. I can't remember exactly how much time it passed, but then there was a text about the leadership council meeting with management and Woody and Chris Johnson, and then Brick was in there, and he addressed us, and then we had a team meeting. It was very similar, just with the rest of the team.
Got it. Okay. Well, hey, thank you for joining us, clarifying your side of the entire situation, because your side was being given to the internet there for a while. You're a meme machine. And we wish you and the New York Jets luck the rest of the season this week. Big one on Monday Night Football. Obviously, today is your Tuesday off day. We appreciate you chit-chatting here in between treatment sessions, and good luck on Monday night, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for being flexible. Obviously, yesterday's schedule got kind of thrown all around, and this was better because we would have only had a few minutes yesterday. But, just to finish this, I think I just want to say, first of all, thank you to Robert. Thanks for bringing me in and getting on board with that. Just publicly, obviously, there's, words that we share privately, but, I'm thankful for Robert. I'm thankful for his leadership for our team. I'm thankful for the conversations that we were able to have, and him trusting me, and the way he cared about his players, and a big love out to his family, wife, their kids, especially Adam. Sending you a big hug, buddy. And just remember this: there's a human side to this. There's the humanity in all this, and there's a family, an extended family that's really hurting. So when you're out there, as the internet does and as people do, celebrating this in whatever way you do, just remember there's a human aspect to it. When it comes to me, I don't feel like I need to defend myself or say anything. There's always going to be narratives out there and conversations around what I think and how much power I have and how much influence I have. It's not something I worry about. It's really not. I care about my teammates, care about winning. I'm accountable to myself, my organization, my teammates. I got to play better. I will. And we're getting behind Brick, and there'll be some changes with this, and that's the direction we're going to go. But we're going to stand behind Brick, and we have a lot to play for. And yesterday was about remembering how tough this game is, and today's about moving forward and embracing the changes that are coming, the changes that have already been made, and sticking together. And it's a time for us as players to lock arms with each other and find that belief inside of us, because that's the only way that we can inspire the belief in our fan base to get behind us in the right way. So I appreciate you guys, and I'm going to go home and relax a little bit and
Hell yeah.
look forward to tomorrow.
Hell yeah. Hey, we appreciate you. That was a good speech, brother. That was a good speech. Let's go run through a wall for the New York Jets. You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Rodgers.
Hey,